There are now over 30 characters in Bleach Rebirth of Souls, with a lot of characters having individual quirks and perks such as counterattacks, crowd controllers, huge damage potential, ranged fighters, and many more. Every now and then, a character may share a similar feature or trait, but they're still different in their own rights. However, even though there are a score of fighters to choose from, it's not a hot take to say that a lot of squad members, including myself, probably have a select characters they are looking forward to trying the most. Whether it's because you're a fan of that character, you like how their kit looks, or you're just sexually attracted to them. These are my top 3 characters in Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Also, if you're enjoying the video so far, feel free to leave a damn like on it because it does help a lot. In number 3, I have the beautiful and elegant Flash Master, also known as Yoruichi Shihoin. Now, there are several reasons why Yoruichi is in my top 3, but I'm going to get the most obvious one out of the way. Yes, I wanna fuck. Gameplay wise, the reason why I like Yoruichi is because she's a close quarters combatant with a little bit of range and incredible amounts of speed. The first look at her trailer, I was mesmerized, and I still am. The flashiness and style present within her entire kit just had blood furiously rushing down to my pants. The fact that she's an in-your-face type of character is also very appealing, as up close and personal is my favorite type of playstyle. But what really caught my eye the most was the fact that on top of the general sidestepping, Yoruichi will also have another 2 moves that can be used for dodging incoming attacks, otherwise known as Flash Breaker or Oboro Neko. It gives an extra emphasis on the level of speed Yoruichi possesses. There's a reason she's called the Flash Master. Whoa, not that type of Flash! She just seems like one of those characters you can look real saucy with if you know how to play her properly. Now, although the Goddess of Flash has been granted her well-deserved sonic mobility, she unfortunately did have to make sacrifices in other areas, mainly her attack and durability. Sounds kinda bad on the surface level, but with the multiple methods she can use to open up and brutally peg her enemy, I don't think Yoruichi will suffer too much from the lack of damage she has. Overall, Yoruichi just looks like a great character to me, and aside from the fact that I would love to sniff her toes, the biggest reason she gets into my top 3 is simply because she looks fun to play with, especially in an offline setting with next to no input delay. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Now in number 2, this is gonna seem a bit odd, but I have put no one other than the Lethal Bee, known as Soi Fon. As we know from the series, Soi Fon was from a clan which lived to serve the Shihoin family, and partially because of that she began to admire Yoruichi, watch her moves, her every step, and even train closely under her. The reason I've said this might be a bit odd is because Soi Fon, stats wise, is very similar to Yoruichi. However, they are very far from being the same type of character. Yoruichi's kit revolves around using her speed to evade attacks and create openings, while Soi Fon's kit more so revolves around her using her speed to just viciously overwhelm her enemy. So she's way more aggressive, and I have a thing for aggressive characters. Soi Fon also has Anken, which is a great opener by the way, especially for someone like her. A snappy attack that encourages snappy movement or follow-up. It just synchronizes perfectly with one another. This is just 1/4 as to why Soi Fon will be great at what she does. Now, her SP1, Spiritual Pressure 1, resonates with me for 2 reasons. First one is because of her flying spinning kick. Not only does it seem to have a decent hitbox, but the attack also propels her forward as it goes on, so she is covering some distance with it. Not to mention the fact that you can also control the amount of hits you can do with that said attack. If you've played a lot of arena fighters, you'd know that these are the type of attacks that can catch your opponent off guard from time to time because it's so damn easy to misjudge the hit or the saved distance you have from it. The second reason is basically because of Nigeki Kitsatsu. I just butchered the f*** out of that name. Also known as the 2-hit kill. From what's been shown to us, it's pretty obvious this attack won't be easy to land, especially twice, but it is still possible, and that's what counts to me. It's kind of funny it's labeled as a 2-hit kill, but you sort of have to land the flying kicks first before you can even reach the final stage of this attack. And from a content perspective, you just know there's gonna be videos like, "Can I hit the 2-hit kill with Soi Fon online in Bleach Rebirth of Souls?" And you know what? I might be joining them. Now her SP2, Bakudo 30 Shitotsu Sansen, an attack that can restrict the movement of your foe, works hand in hand with the type of character she is. It's almost as if the game is given her full permission to control the tempo of the match. And from what we've seen, it also has some range to it. Looks easily sidesteppable, but I have a feeling it will track your opponent's movement right up until the moment it is fired. I just find it really cool that a fighter whose kit revolves around speed also has the ability to stop the speed of others. There's layers to this shit. Soi Fon is genuinely one of my favorite archetypes of characters, speedy and aggressive. Sort of reminds me of Makomo from Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles. She was actually my initial number 1 character. Well, until my actual number 1 character's trailer dropped. The person who I'm looking forward to trying the most in Bleach Rebirth of Souls might surprise you. And the person I'm talking about is Shuhei Hisagi. When it comes to the anime, Hisagi wasn't really someone I paid attention to. I thought it was cool, but at the end of the day, he was no Toshiro, he was no Ichigo, no Kenpachi, so when I clicked on his trailer, I wasn't really expected to be super impressed. Boy was I wrong. This man's kit, as well as his swagger, just resonates so well with my fighting ideology. A well-rounded character with a variety of attacks, so he is fit for different situations, and most importantly, he possesses the ability to get stronger as the match goes on. What I love about Hisagi is that he is someone who can turn the tides of a match easily, even if he's on the back foot. The fear gauge mechanic they've given him is genuinely one of the coolest things to me on this game. Knowing that it will increase regardless of who loses a stock or reishi means it's a win-win situation for the player. To me, this fear gauge mechanic is like a soft awakening. Normally, if a character wants to get a boost, they'll have to activate their awakening. But in Hisagi's case, it'll just come to him as the battle goes on, and I love that. When you look at his stats, you can see that naturally he doesn't possess a lot of power, so having this fear gauge mechanic that boosts his strength is a good way to cover his back when it comes to that. His projectile moves all seem to have good range, and the website also states he has the ability to deal with projectiles too, which leads me to believe that 1 or 2 of his handles could potentially overpower those coming from other fighters in the roster. Range, decent speed, counter-attacking, a damage increment feature. Hisagi is covered in so many freaking areas. When I get the damn game, he's definitely one of the characters I will be locking onto instantly. And with that being said, this is the end of my top 3. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave a like on it and even comment what your top 3 fighters are. This game is coming out in less than 2 weeks and woo! I am excited. I even took some PTO off for this shit.